Southwest Homestead. I'm still canning. We are in the last 2 weeks of October. My goal is try to be done canning for the season by November 1st. And we're getting there. Now that's not to say I won't can during the winter, because I absolutely will, especially as I'm emptying out freezers and when I see things on sale for a good price, I'm definitely will be picking them up and canning. But the canning pretty much every day since July, that won't be happening necessarily in the winter. So we still have a little less than half a bushel of apples to get through, and I've got to get to them because they are going bad. And like I said before, I do not like wasting food, and I don't like wasting the money we paid to pick them, because the U-pick price did go up this year. Quite a bit, actually. Quite a bit. So I've got to get to them. Now, I have a million jars of applesauce. Probably going to make some more, and I'm probably going to do some more apple juice. I'll probably do more apple juice and applesauce. Applesauce is pretty much done, I think. We've got a lot, because I still have a lot from last year. But, and we have a lot of jelly, but I'm going to make a jelly anyway today, or a jam actually. And this one is a new to me recipe. I'm using Pomona's Pectin, which I absolutely love, because you can lower the amount of sugar you're going to be using in this recipe. We're only going to be using 2/3 cups of sugar in this whole recipe. That is insane for a jam or jelly. So what we're making is apple pie jam. Just the sounds of it makes my mouth water. Now I am going to change it a little teeny bit. I'm going to use brown sugar in my recipe instead of regular sugar. So this is more like a caramel apple pie jam, just because I thought it'd be fun and to mix it up. And I'm going to tell you what you need to make this recipe. Obviously, you're going to need apples. So I already have mine prepared. They're on the stove, and I have about a half a cup of water in here. And there's probably 3 to 4 pounds of apples, which what the recipe called for. I honestly didn't weigh them, because you're going to need, when you're all done, 4 cups of cooked apple. Now, the recipe tells you to puree it into an applesauce. I'm actually going to leave it chunky, chunkier than I would, because I just think it would be nicer. And I'm thinking this like on ice cream or yogurt or things like that. So I think the chunks will be nice. So we're going to let these cook down. That's going to take a while. So we're just going to let that go. And I have it on medium heat. Like I said, about a half a cup of water. Make sure it's on the burner there. And we're just going to let that cook down for a bit. Now, for, like I said, I am using 2/3 cups of brown sugar. And in here, I have 2 teaspoons of the Pomona's Pectin already mixed in. So you need to do that with the Pomona's Pectin. We're going to need cinnamon, nutmeg, and allspice. Basically, you know, the spices used to make an apple pie. Calcium water, which is also part of the thing that goes, this is what makes Pomona's Pectin so wonderful, so you don't have to use as much sugar. And as you can see, I still have quite a bit of pectin left, but that is it. And I am on the hunt, because right now I can only buy this by the box. I'm trying to find Pomona's Pectin in bulk for next year, because per the box is expensive. But that said, I can get probably a good another 6 batches at least of jam probably out of this. And you know, as long as you put the lid on it, keep it in the refrigerator, this will last me forever. I have lots of calcium water left, because I don't seem to go through that quite as quick, which is weird, as I do the pectin. But yeah, so I'm trying to find but as I was saying, you do think it's expensive until you figure out you're using, because I use organic cane sugar. So I did not go through nearly the amount. I don't even think I went through a full bag of my bulk cane sugar that I bought this summer for canning, because you use so much less sugar and you get so much out of this. And in the end, it actually is not as expensive as you think. And the last ingredient, so in here is a 1/4 cup of bottled lemon juice and a 1/4 cup of water. Okay, I just put them both in there just to save me having to wash another measuring cup. And that's it. So we're going to let those apples cook down until they're the texture I want. It's probably going to take a good 20-30 minutes. I do have my canner. I brought it to boil, and now I just have it on low just to keep it hot. And I have jars warming up in my oven. Okay, so this took about 20 minutes, and I've measured out 4 cups of the applesauce. And I definitely have enough to make it. I'm going to make a second batch actually, but I've already got everything pre-measured for this, so I'm just going to go ahead and make the one batch, and then I'll do that one up. So 4 cups of the applesauce, and we're going to need 2 teaspoons of, actually, let me put in, so this is the lemon juice in the water, and I'm going to do my spices so I don't have to get the spoon wet. We're going to do 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Actually, I think it's 1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and 1/4 teaspoon each of the allspice and the nutmeg. 2 teaspoons of the calcium water. 1. Now we need to bring this back up to a boil. And then we're going to add our sugar with our cinnamon mixture. Our sugar with our pectin mixture. So we're just going to get this back up to boil. Okay, so that's boiling, and then goes the sugar with the pectin. And we want that to come back up to a rolling boil. Oh my gosh, this smells amazing. So we want a 1/4 inch head space. And I'm using my new funnel that has the measurements on it. I've been loving this. Okay. 1/4 is right about there. All right. And they go into the water bath canner for 10 minutes. And we're going to wipe the rims because they're very sticky. Wow, that made a lot. I think it's 8 half pints and 1/4 pint is in the canner right now, and I have 4 half pints and 1/4 pint already out. So that made a lot. So I have a little bit left here in the pot. It was not enough even for a 1/4 pint, so I'm going to taste it. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not sure about that, so I'm going to taste some more. You know, I want to make sure I'm giving you the true. It's amazing. That is so good. I mean, why wouldn't it be? Basically, I made apple pie and just added Pomona's pectin to make it spreadable. That is delicious. I am thinking on plain scones in the morning. I might have to make some scones this weekend. Wow, friends. That, I give that a 10 out of 10 for a recipe. I will share the link down below. Just remember, the recipe is going to have regular sugar. I used brown sugar, my own brown sugar, which by the way turned out amazing. That's like the best brown sugar I've ever made. It was 8 cups of sugar and not quite a cup of molasses. Maybe about 3/4 cup, maybe a little more than 3/4 cup, but it wasn't a full cup of molasses, and whipped it up, and it is the best brown sugar I've ever made. So that's how I'll be making it from now on, but this is delicious. Please let me know down below if you plan on making this and tell me what you think. If you've already made it, that is so good. I promise you, you will not be disappointed with this recipe. Well, now we're down to 1/4 of a bushel of apples. I got to figure out something to do with them. I'm thinking I might make an apple crisp to go with for supper tonight. After supper, I should say. And then I got to figure out something to do with the rest of these. If you have any suggestions down below, I've already done apple chips. And I need to give you an update on how my apple chips turned out. I've already made apple jelly. I've already made apple juice. I've already made applesauce. I've already made apple butter. I've made barbecue sauce. I've made some more jam now. So if you have any suggestions, I'm all ears for what I can do with the rest of these apples. I hope you like this video. If you do, please give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And if the spirit moves you to share my channel with your friends and family, it's greatly appreciated, and it's the best and easiest way for you to help me grow my channel. And until then, friends, take care, God bless, and we'll see you all soon.